Hi everyone, I'm Frankie, your local Stockholm guide, and in this video I'm going to be telling you about Stockholm and Swedish Christmas symbols in general that you may be able to find here during the season. Number one, you might find a lot of Christmas lights. Now these Christmas lights can vary from street lights to noble lights to also of course windowsill lights, and all of these lights will involve some version of a star or of Advent candles. They have an origin in Christianity because Sweden was for a very long time Christian, and specifically Protestant Christian, and they take a lot of their influence from that religion. And in fact, because of that, we have today the Advent candles to thank for. You will often see many candles on windowsills here. Aside from the candles, you also have the guiding stars, obviously based on the star which guided the three wise men to Jesus Christ. Fun fact, the Christmas stars were actually popularized by the founder of H&M. So prior to finding the idea to start the clothing company H&M, Hennes och Mauritz, you actually had the same founder trying to promote the star-shaped flat pack that you can definitely build on your own around the Christmas season. Another symbol you may find around the Christmas season involves Christmas wreaths, and these are not your typical wreaths as opposed to the ones made out of holly and pine cone. You typically would find those here, yes, sure, but you also find some made out with dried flowers. And according to Nordiska Museum, the Nordic Museum, you happen to maybe sometimes make those wreaths from the old midsummer or going around the maypole flower crowns, and those flowers, as they dry through the season, then you end up having them for our Christmas wreaths as seen here in these pictures. Of course, it wouldn't be Christmas without some Christmas treats and pastries, so specifically during the season we love saffron buns. That's definitely a symbol of Swedish Christmas. Usually we try to add saffron to pretty much everything, and if you're wondering why saffron, because it adds that yellow bright light to the Christmas table. It makes us feel warm on the inside and also warms our eyes up during the cold dark days. We also have lots and lots of glögg. As I was mentioning, we can make it out with saffron, apple, you can have red wine, alcohol-free, a white wine glögg. So all of the different variations of mulled wine. Typically this is a really delicious treat, especially if it's very cold. Temperatures can get as low as -10 or -20 degrees Celsius sometimes, once in a while in Stockholm. So obviously you want to be warm. So it's a delicious grape juice, spice infused mix, and I definitely recommend you try that out as a symbol for Christmas in Sweden. And of course, we wouldn't have Christmas without Santa Claus, but our Santa Claus here is very different from everyone else's. Santa Claus here is known as jultomten, and of course, because he's a special Scandinavian gnome, then we have many folklore tales around the idea of the tomten. So Santa Claus here doesn't traditionally come from the Saint Nicholas, story. He's actually dating back to the pagan years when the Vikings and the countryside folks, the farmers, the fishermen, they used to believe that this little farm gnome, this little elf, would go around from the farm to the forest, all around, and he would be the one distributing gifts and prizes and goodies for everybody. So essentially, this is how we get to the story of our cross between a farm elf and Santa Claus. We get our jultomten because of this being one of the greatest stories in folklore from the Swedish countryside. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, everybody. It's been a pleasure to tell you a little bit more about Swedish symbols during the Christmas season, and specifically around Stockholm. Please make sure you go and check out one of our Christmas traditions and tastings tours. We love showing people around, telling them more in depth a little bit about these stories, and I think you'd have a lot of fun with us as we take you around Stockholm. So please make sure you check us out if you ever end up coming to Stockholm during the Christmas season. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!